Michael Radler, Kathleen Miller, S. Alberti, W. Taddeo. Which one of you public employees picked up the phone and called the Monroe County Office of Mental Health to send two of their public employees to my house at 26 Sanders Farm Drive? One of you four did this today. Why? I'll tell you why. Because I am exercising my First Amendment right by demanding your public employee payroll, by demanding the names and charges of every inmate at Monroe County Jail. And I'm also demanding the cost of a surveillance device purchased by your boss, Sheriff Todd Baxter, and affixed to a building at 2025 Penfield Road. And I'm going to tell you why I'm demanding the cost of that surveillance device, because that was purchased specifically for me. Now, a surveillance device is what? A surveillance device. It is a camera to capture images. And this is bought specifically for me. And the reason why I know that is that Elliot Roth told me of Consumer Insights when it was installed that it was for me. And the reason why I know that is that it has an assigned number. And the reason why I know that is when your six fanatics converged on me to arrest me and violate my civil and constitutional right for standing in the corner of the parking lot, the video of me was on the phone. So when I'm using the phrase surveillance state, it is because Todd Baxter, your boss, created a surveillance state specifically for me. And when I use the phrase surveillance device, it's because your boss, Todd Baxter, bought a surveillance device and affixed it to the building at 2025 Penfield Road. So when I use this phrase, it is accurate. And when I use this phrase, you pick up the phone and call the Monroe County Office of Mental Health, and I had two public employees deposited on my front doorstep. So my question is, which one of you four fucking fanatics called the Office of Monroe County Mental Health and had Lindsey Barron come to my house? Which one of you did this? So, as I previously explained to you public employees, Barcolo Tree and Lawn Care cuts the grass in front of my house, and I don't want these parasites here because Neeraj and Leila Kumar Shah don't own that land. So if you don't own that land, if you have no right to that land, you shouldn't be on that land. It's that simple. Well, I'm demanding the title to the property, right? And I just got in the mail demanding the title to the property yet again. And when I contact Neeraj and Leila Kumar Shah, I send it certified mail. So you see that that's refused. They don't want to talk about how I'm demanding the title because they don't own that land. That Barcolo Tree and Lawn Care. And there's another refused by Shah. It's yesterday, another refused by Leila Kumar, because I'm sending it to both of them at the same time. I said one to him, registered mail, and one to her, regular mail. And there's another return from Neeraj Shah, another return to send to Leila Kumar Shah, another refused. So you know why they're refusing? I'll tell you why they're refusing public employees Michael Radler, Kathleen Miller, S. Alberti, and W. Taddeo. It's because they don't own that land. They can't prove they own that land. So why is Barcolo Tree and Lawn Care on that land? Why are they here cutting the grass at 7 p.m. on a Sunday night or 7 a.m. on a Saturday? Why are they here? Because they want to enter the land over there, which is next to it, to cut that grass. And guess what? Leila Kumar and Russia don't own that land either. You know why? They don't have the documents. That's why. So anyway, this is the, I'm going to show you, I've showed you this before here. This is the Holy Roman Todd K. Baxter parking lot right there. And I'm going to show you where you affix the camera. The camera was affixed right over here to this building, all right? So I'm telling you where the camera was. You got that? And it's your camera in your surveillance state, all right? So you can call the Office of Monroe County Mental Health all day long and have them come here. You bought that camera. You bought that camera with taxpayer dollars. So keep calling up Crazy Town and have them come to my house because my attorneys love it. I got on the phone an hour ago. I told them, you know, they were here. Lindsey Barron, the Office of Mental Health, she was here knocking on my door when I went for my run, and they loved it. They loved it from you fanatics. So I'm going to show you another picture here. I love this picture because I mock and ridicule you at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office because you always have your badge-wearing, gun-carrying, Barney Fife jokes alongside the building doing nothing. Yeah, the last time I checked, Danny and Colleen Wegman are not leading a crime family here in Monroe County, and especially in Penfield where I live. And so I love the fact when I observed one of your badge-wearing, gun-carrying, Barney Fife jokes alongside the building. So yesterday, I'm walking by your Wegmans Food Market's headquarters, right? And guess what I see alongside the building? And I have my phone with me. So here it is. It's a little dark, this image. And there's your vehicle right there. You see the vehicle? I'll hold it up there. I'll hold it up right there with my finger so you can see. There's your vehicle alongside Wegmans, baby. What the hell are you doing at Wegmans all the time? I'll tell you why you're at Wegmans. Because I love Wegmans. Is that on this side of the building where your badge-wearing, gun-carrying, Barney Fife joke is right there, on that side of that Wegmans, they have the most delicious donuts. I love these donuts. There's a whole rack of them. If you've been to that Wegmans in that Penfield, then I highly recommend those donuts. Now, when you're in great shape like me, you can eat as many donuts as you want. But I'm sure you're familiar with the donut-eating cop. And I've looked at your cops in their uniforms, and you know what? I came to the conclusion that they've been at this Wegmans and at that donut rack, and they're eating too many donuts, and that's why you have so many of your badge-wearing, gun-carrying, Barney Fife jokes walking the streets of Penfield to violate the constitutional and civil rights of innocent New Yorkers like me that are overweight. So, anyway, later today, I'm going to be sending you more documents. I'm going to send you tonight, and I'm going to put it on this YouTube, and I'm going to contact you again because I'm going to send you a FOIL for your public employee payroll, and you'll refuse to disclose your public employee payroll, even though all 4 of you were public employees, and all 170 of you at your 1984, and your disgusting, repulsive criminal organization, all 170 of you are public employees. So you're going to refuse to tell me how much you paid in salary, and I want to know what you paid in salary. And I'm going to send you a FOIL for the names and charges of everybody at Monroe County Jail, because when I was delivered to Monroe County Jail without a trial, without the prosecutor saying one word in Penfield Town Court because I haven't committed a crime, I want to know who I was alongside with at Monroe County Jail. And then I want the cost of the surveillance device, and it is a surveillance device. It's the camera that had my image on it, and it was purchased for me and it fixed to that building, so that's why it's a surveillance device. So I want the cost of that surveillance device. And the other thing I'm going to send you sent Ryan Fisher, your co-worker, your taxpayer-subsidized public employee. He went to the Super Bowl in Atlanta with his canine Lola. And I want to know if your boss, Sheriff Baxter, expended taxpayer dollars to send Ryan Fisher 2,000 miles away to Atlanta, Georgia, out of New York State with his dog. And that's what I want to know. You're going to refuse to comply with all this. You're going to refuse to tell me the price of that surveillance device. You're going to refuse to tell me the names and charges of everybody at Monroe County Jail. You're going to refuse to tell me your public employee payrolls, even though all of this is public information. So you'll be hearing from me later. And, when I leave the library to do my work, because I have to use the scanner there, I'm going to be walking by Wegmans again because I need to buy a few things. And I hope that your badge-wearing, gun-carrying, Barney Fife jokes are alongside the building again, just like this guy here, all right? Because I'm going to have my phone with me, and I'm going to take a picture of your badge-wearing, gun-carrying, Barney Fife joke, and I'm going to mail it to you again.